If you lock a human in a windowless room, I mean, they will lose track of time within hours.
Oh, yeah, completely. We just fall apart.
Right, like we start guessing, our internal rhythms get all disoriented, and pretty soon, we don't know if it's noon or midnight.
Exactly.
But if you put an orange cat in that same room, somehow, some way, that animal will know exactly when it is 7:01 p.m.
Yeah.
Down to the absolute minute.
It is wild. It completely defies our modern reliance on technology.
It really does.
Like, we have outsourced our entire sense of time to the digital cloud, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just assuming we are the masters of the schedule.
Oh, totally. We think we're in charge.
Yeah, while our pets are operating on this, level of chronobiology that we just barely comprehend.
Well, welcome to this custom deep dive. Today, we have a fantastic stack of sources for you. Just a really fun collection of highly entertaining internet threads mixed with some pretty serious scientific breakdowns.
Yeah, it's a great mix today.
And our mission for this deep dive is to investigate the hilarious and honestly baffling mystery of pets who somehow know the exact time without ever looking at a clock.
And more importantly, I think we're going to explore what their flawless punctuality exposes about our own, chaotic human habits.
Yeah, there's this viral thread online from a user named Next, and they were documenting the daily behavior of their cat, specifically an orange Chonk, as they affectionately called him.
Yes. The classic internet archetype of the large ginger cat.
Okay, let's unpack this because the internet absolutely lost its mind over this specific cat.
They always do.
So the user feeds this cat dinner at exactly 7:02 p.m. every night. Like, not 7.0 dinner, not 7.15, but 7:02 p.m.
Which is oddly specific to begin with.
Right. But without fail, this magnificent orange cat waddles into the kitchen and plants himself directly by the empty food bowl at exactly 7:01 p.m. sharp.
See, what's fascinating here is the sheer calculation involved.
Yeah.
The cat isn't just, vaguely aware that the afternoon is ending. They are exactly 1 minute early.
1 minute.
They're sitting there staring down the bowl as if they're internally counting down those final 60 seconds.
Have you ever felt that, like you, the listener, have you ever felt deeply judged by a pet just staring you down before a meal?
It's an intense feeling.
It is. It's not a frantic energy. It's a very calm, almost corporate, I am ready for our 7:02 p.m. appointment where the deliverables kind of vibe.
Exactly. They are expecting results.
But before we get into the heavy science, the internet's reaction to this cat was just too good to skip. The thread immediately devolved into a very loving roast of orange cat stereotypes.
Well, they do have quite the reputation for being entirely food motivated.
They really do. Users like Translope13140 and the cat named Lisa were just mesmerized by the sheer mass of this animal.
Oh my gosh, the comments.
The quotes were literally just so big, truly a huge orange. I mean, I can't even read it without laughing. People were showing up just to admire the chunkiness.
It is a universal truth of the internet, honestly. A large orange cat appears, and all serious discussion just stops for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, everyone just has to pay their respects to Chonk.
Right.
But it actually led to my favorite visual of this entire deep dive.
Oh, the office microwave thing.
Yes. Think about a coworker standing dead still in front of the office microwave. They are watching the digital timer count down the last 60 seconds on their Hot Pocket.
Just completely frozen.
Just frozen, waiting for the beep. That is this cat. Except the cat doesn't have a digital display.
Which brings us to user 031 who offered what we are going to call the fat logic theory.
Yes, the fat logic theory. Please elaborate on this for us.
Well, they hypothesized, and I quote, maybe it's not a clock. Maybe his body fat just notifies him when it's time.
Just a little Bluetooth ping from the belly directly to the brain.
Ding. 1 minute to feeding time.
That is just a hilarious visual. A push notification from the adipose tissue.
It really speaks to how mysterious this feels to us,
Yeah.
Because we can't see the clock they're using, we just assume their physical form must be doing the math for them.
But there is a plot twist to this specific orange cat story that changes literally everything.
Oh, this is the best part.
Yeah, the original poster, Neatsto, eventually revealed a scandalous detail in the thread. This large orange cat isn't just arriving early to be polite.
Not at all.
He is actually a known food thief who regularly steals from the two smaller kittens in the house.
So it's a premeditated heist.
Exactly, it's a perfectly timed heist. He is arriving early to establish dominance over the drop zone before the kittens even know what's happening.
That is so devious.
Right, it's genius. But since we know a cat's belly isn't actually sending Bluetooth signals to its brain, there has to be a physical trigger in the environment.
Yes, there does.
Which brings me to a question. Like, isn't this just basic Pavlovian conditioning? They hear a bag rustle or see you walk toward the kitchen and they come running. Why are we calling it a sophisticated internal clock rather than just a learned reflex?
Well, that is a really crucial distinction to make.
Okay.
Pavlovian conditioning is reactive, right? The bell rings, the dog drools.
Right, stimulus and response.
Exactly. But what this orange cat is doing is anticipatory. The environment hasn't provided an obvious trigger yet, like the sound of a food bag.
Oh, I see.
The cat is initiating the behavior before the stimulus happens. So we have a breakdown from user OllieJade888, who really dives into the biology here. It starts with crepuscular instincts.
Crepuscular, I love that word, but break that down for us. What does that mean?
So humans are diurnal, meaning we're active during the day.
Okay.
Many predators are nocturnal, so they're active at night.
Right.
But cats are crepuscular. Their bodies and brains are biologically wired to be most active and most alert during dusk and dawn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if we look at their evolutionary history, those twilight hours are when their natural prey, like mice and small birds, are most active.
That makes sense.
The light is low, which gives cats a massive camouflage advantage.
Wait, so 7:00 p.m. isn't just some random time that needs to be picked because they get home from work?
I mean, to the human, maybe it is. But to the cat, 7:00 p.m. happens to align perfectly with that evening dusk window.
That is wild.
As the afternoon wanes, the cat's entire nervous system is essentially just booting up.
Like they're coming online for the day.
Yeah, exactly. Their cortisol levels shift, their senses sharpen, and their biology basically starts screaming, "This is prime hunting time." Their baseline awareness is naturally peaking right at that hour.
But wait, how do they know it's dusk if they are indoors? Like, say the curtains are drawn or you live in an apartment with terrible natural light.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Are they literally tracking the sun in the living room like an ancient sundial?
They absolutely are.
Wait, really?
Yes, they are highly attuned to environmental microcues. Even if they can't see the sun directly, they are tracking the changing angle of whatever light is coming through the window.
No way.
Yeah, they notice the shifting of shadows stretching across the floor. They can even detect a subtle, like 1 or 2 degree drop in ambient temperature that happens as the sun sets.
And they just map that to their food schedule.
They map all these tiny shifts to their daily routine, yes.
That is wild. So the shadow of the floor lamp finally touches the edge of the living room rug, and the cat's brain goes, 7:01 p.m., time to secure the perimeter.
Precisely. But it gets even more granular than shadows. User Anidia brought up another layer, which is auditory cues.
Okay, like hearing the food bag.
Well, we think of time visually by reading a clock, right? But cats often track time acoustically. Think about automatic feeders, the ones that drop kibble on a digital timer.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who use those to stop their cats from waking them up at 5 a.m.
Right. Well, Anidia points out that those machines don't just magically produce food. A fraction of a second before the kibble falls, there's usually a microscopic mechanical click of the internal gears engaging.
Oh, and the cat hears that.
Exactly. It's a pet parrot who demands playtime at exactly 7:00 p.m. Every single evening, the bird initiates play mode right on the dot.
Wow.
This shows us that it's a universal instinct among animals. In nature, predictability equals safety and survival.
Right, if you know the schedule, you survive.
Exactly. If an animal knows when predators sleep, when prey is active, and when the temperature drops, it lives longer.
Makes total sense.
So when they come to live in our homes, they project their rigid, biologically mandated survival schedules onto our very chaotic, unpredictable human lives.
That is a profound way to look at it. We think we are the ones domesticating them, right?
Yeah, teaching them rules.
Teaching them where the litter box is or where the food bowl lives. But they are actually trying to domesticate our schedules.
They are trying to fix us.
Which naturally invites a pretty harsh comparison with our own human struggles with time management.
The contrast is stark, honestly. It points to a deep irony in modern life.
User Tingandora1101 summed it up perfectly in the comments. They wrote, "Cats have no watches and are never late. Humans have smartphones and are still late for everything."
That observation hits right at the core of human biology versus modern civilization.
It's absurd when you think about it. You and I, we have atomic clocks in our pockets.
Yep.
Our phones are synced to satellites orbiting the Earth. We have calendar alerts, haptic vibrations on our wrists. When we humans arbitrarily decide to shift all the digital clocks by a full hour overnight, the sun doesn't change.
Yeah.
Shadows don't change. The temperature drop doesn't change. Are we essentially gaslighting our pets' flawless internal sundials twice a year?
From their perspective, the fundamental laws of the universe just broke overnight for literally no reason.